All right, guys, welcome into the Chunky Knit Craze. This is the chunky chick who likes the chunky knit. Dr. C, that's me. So we're coming on. We're going to make a color block blanket, and it's going to be this teal blue color along with this ivory. So we're gonna put these two together to make a baby blanket. I am using my Mellow Bello I guess what I would call a cheat card. And for my Mellow Bello cheat card, it's telling me that for a baby blanket, so if you've ever ordered from Bello, it'll give you this little card that helps you out to understand exactly what your measurement should be. So they say for a baby blanket is a 30 by 40, and it'll take about 3 to 4 skeins. Now, if you've ever seen any of my videos, you know I like to tight knit, and my loops are no bigger than about 2 fingers. All right. Now, just to be really fair and honest with you, normally I start where you guys see my starter chain, but tonight I really wanted to practice on my starter chain because I've been watching so many videos about how to start a starter chain, and I've never really ever been pleased about my starter chain. So for tonight, I did it my way. So if you're getting started on this chunky knit craze, here's my first advice for you. Do it your way. Definitely look at the videos, but then decide what is comfortable for you. And for me, not going above 2 fingers when I'm making my starter chain and my loops is what's comfortable. I like for my stuff to be tight, nice and tight. And this bottom border to me is important. And sometimes my border is just a little bit too loose, and then I have to go back and tighten it up. Now, if you've ordered a product from me, let me go ahead and say, don't do that. Your border's not loose. I've already gotten that straight. But I'm talking moving forward. When I start, I want to get it right. I don't want to have to go back and tighten it up because it's still not tight enough for me, okay? So, I'm sorry you didn't get to see me start it, but let's get into it, all right? So I've got 30. I've already measured this, and it's at 30, and I have 30 loops. Now, I cannot tell you if it will be 30 and 30, or if you do 40 and 40, because this is the first time that I've been able to actually get the measurement correct, and the number of loops. So we're gonna go ahead and start, and for this one, I am adding purl stitching to it, and if it's a 30 by 40, I'm gonna do it at every 10. I'm gonna put purl stitching in at every 10. Well, actually, I should do it at every 8. 8, 16, 24, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. So 5. We should have about 5 maybe. I'll do about 4 to 5. How about that? We'll see how it looks. So I'm going to grow quiet. If you're new to the Chunky Knit Craze videos, say hello. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me how you heard about us. And if you are doing chunky knitting, or if you're just fascinated with my crazy self, definitely go back, look at the videos so you can see what you've missed. I think we've got a total of maybe 13 full videos, 12 or 13 full videos out there. Maybe part 1, part 2, part 3s, but you can put them all together and definitely see. You'll get to meet the Chunky Knit Craze family. We've got Coakley Bear, who's my husband. Then we've got my oldest, Nicholas, then Nehemiah and Noah, all surprise guests. And we cannot forget about the wonderful Bishop, our little Shih Tzu. So we are definitely one family that we understand we're going to interrupt and talk and have conversations and argue and laugh and all that good stuff. So welcome into the real life of the chunky chick who likes the chunky knit. While I grow quiet, if the boys or Coakley Bear come out and they ask me a question, I'm going to talk with them and you get to hear that conversation. I typically don't edit unless it's a conversation with one of their friends or someone needs my help. But other than that, enjoy what you're viewing. When I get started in the videos, you see they skip looping the end piece. Well, for the first row, when we go around, I don't skip because I just have trouble with my border. But I realized if I don't skip it that first go around, then my border's a lot better. So I didn't skip it there, but moving forward will be skipped. And then you pick it up when you come back around. So first row, I don't skip. But again, you have to learn and do what works for you. I should tell you, if you're one like me and you like to do small holes, it's going to take more yarn, so that could be pretty pricey, and it could take longer. So you have to, again, decide what's comfortable for you. The last blanket I made took me over 3 days, about 4 to 6 hours each day. I'm a tight knitter, smaller loops. I want it closed in. And I made sure to measure because I'm at the stage now where I don't consider myself no longer just doing it to be doing it. I want it to look good. I want it to feel good. If I'm giving it to others, I want to make sure that I'm giving them the best quality ever. The best quality ever. I'm also taking my time when I'm doing this, and I'm praying. I'm praying with every stitch, with every thought that goes into this, that, you know, it's healing for somebody. It's a journey. It's joy. Brings about peace. So I'm at this end. I'm not going to skip this loop. I'm going to add another, but moving forward, I will skip it and pick it up again. Okay? So typically after I give it that one loop, I don't give it a second loop. I move on to the next, but I'm not going to do that in this one. Moving forward, it gets one loop, and then we keep moving. Again, that just helps with my border. Nope, it does not curve or curl up for me. I try really hard to keep my loops consistent, and I do a lot of measuring just to make sure I'm as close as I possibly can be with the same amount of length. All right, so I just looped this end. Instead of giving it a second loop, I'm going to move on to the next one, okay? And before I move on, I'm going to count. Remember, I should have a total of 30. So let's see how off or correct we are, because normally I miss a loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So good job there. But again, you can never be so careful. So I will definitely continue to count periodically throughout. The sooner I catch the mistake, the easier it'll be to pull out and start again, versus wait until you get all the way through and you find all those dropped loops. I want to pause and measure. I want to make sure that my height is pretty much the same. And also, when I get to 6 inches, that's where I'm going to do my purl stitching until I get to 8 inches. So I'm gonna purl stitch until I get to 8. So this is looking good. This side was at 4. And I'm just randomly checking, not looking at each one, just randomly checking. This is looking good, guys. Be intentional. All right, let's stop and measure because we are looking for what? 6 inches because we're going to do our purl stitching. And we are at 5. Good. And we got the 5 after 2 rows. So let's see what happens. Okay. Let's measure before I keep going. All right, take a look. Here we are. Here we are. And this is how it should be looking when you get started. So this is where we're bolting our blanket. This is how we're bolting our blanket. And so now I'm at 6 inches. I'm going to do the purl stitching. With the purl stitching, you see some people turn it over and then they knit backwards. I've done it that way. I saw a video the other day where they just pulled it to the front without turning it over. I want to try that, and if it doesn't work, then I'll flip it over. It's just that simple. But learning is just about trying different techniques. See what works for you, and if it doesn't work for you, then you just keep it moving. So basically, instead of coming from behind, I am going to the front. All right, guys. Real life is happening. Bishop wants my attention. Wait, Bishop. Mama coming. Can you give me about 7 more loops? I'm coming. All right. Okay. You can't really tell now, but just look at that. So that's your purl stitching. When I come back, we will go ahead and continue to add our rows.